Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Stefan de Vrij. He's a very clever central defender whose positioning and reading of the game are second to none. The way he seems to just know where a pass is headed and he steps in to make the interception, it's very impressive. He's very good on the ball too, Peter, and always looking to contribute towards the build-up play.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And we have our very first corner. Gets his head on it! And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Del Piero! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And he thumps it clear. Thuram looks to the other side. Quarter of an hour played. Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. Up he goes! Goal! Milan! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Barella, Inter Milan, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Del Piero. Milan do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Pinches it off him. And it's Del Piero. Schneider. Looking for options for movement. Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Dybala. Barella. Knocks it into space. It is a corner. Rui Costa clears. Milan are looking to go forward now. Del Piero. That's a nicely shaped ball. Batistuta gets through on his own. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And this could turn out to be one big kick of the ball. So this to extend their lead. Oh, great save by Dida. Oh, he's missed it, and the referee blows. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And he's through and all alone! And the finish! He's scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to... Oh no, what has happened here? Out for a throw. Nesta. Van Basten, under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Turns back here, probably the best option. Almost an hour gone. That's a super give and go. And it's Pirlo. And this is... And Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Substitution in progress.
Milan find a position of real strength now. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Van Basten. And here's Del Piero. It's run loose here. It's a searching pass. And that was very necessary. And here's... And the shot! Yes! Comfort, yet more comfort. Easing away. Just gorgeous. The most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Del Piero! And he's missed it.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Dybala. Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Serginho. Nesta. Ambrosini, and it's Ribery. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Dybala. Rui Costa is always looking to break lines. Ribery.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Tries to pass it through. There will be 4 extra minutes. Can he get it through? Thinks about the shot. And Del Piero! And that has faded wide.
Substitution.
Inter Milan are making a change now. And that is as far as it goes. Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Your final thoughts, Jim? Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I think being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. No, he's missed it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That is good strength. And Batistuta!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he's been shifted off it. Neither side yet able to find the net. Maldini. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's gone for goal! And it's Del Piero. Batistuta. Milan have it back and can go again. Scamacca. Tries to play it through, and he's played it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Serginho has it in a wide position. He's got tall! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific header! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Number 21, Gabriel Batistuta.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
More and more pressure on the ball here.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, easy pickings there. Serginho. Pirlo. That's an imaginative pass. Serginho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Del Piero. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And we come to you
On the
now
evidence
with a
of what
quick
we've
request
seen,
for support
they're worth their
for our
lead.
charity
There was
fund,
genuine
Shares in
intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Milan have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Serginho. Now it's Osimhen. Stood up well to him there. Looking for a runner. Good ball over the top. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. There will be a throw-in. And here's Van Basten. Pirlo, who does have an assist to his name. It's not an especially good pass, that. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Maldini. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Serginho. Now it's Del Piero.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And they can counter here. Great vision. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, that's an excellent interception.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Substitution for Milan. Number 9.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Coming on the field, number 10.
And again, they run up against... Here's a chance!
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's that, the end. Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, easy pickings there. Eto'o. Danielson.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Gnabry making good progress on the right-hand side. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this...
Up he goes! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Rijkaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's a little off target. Lahm to Danielson. Tries to play it through. The ball goes in. He gets big. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Thuram can get it clear. Foot in. Always. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Lahm plays it short. Well read, and the danger is averted. Milan are looking to go forward now. And that's gone loose. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Gnabry picks it up out wide. Gnabry plays it in.
He was too tightly marked when that came his way. Not really much he could do.
Eto'o is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Danielson going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Ronaldinho. Eto'o. And he's running. It's Eto'o! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. So, third corner of the game. Lahm goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, it's come loose. Spread out to the left. Crosses it in. Nesta getting this one clear. Manchester United get their 4th corner. They've played it short. Danielson! He's missed, but not by that far. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross to the back post. Chance! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to...
Header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Cannavaro. Denilson, played out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Played in by Denilson. They're up to 5 corners now. And it's been taken short. Goes for a shot! Maldini gets good distance on it. And it's Rijkaard. Played out to the right. Distributed tidily. Gnabry gets into some space. He's got tall. And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
And yes, it's him again. Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Denilson delivers. Maldini with the clearance. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's been shifted off it.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lam. Eto'o. Big chance! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Lam with the short one. Lam is flagged offside. Looking for options for movement. And it's Lam. He's picked his way through. He rises! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Sticks it away. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid.
And there's the end of the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Milan have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 20, Denilson. Coming on to replace him
The action is back underway. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Beckham. Gnabry providing an outlet on that flank. Gnabry.
Better control, and he would have had a selection of options.
Goes looking wide. Hazard. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Knocks it out wide, and across. And the finish! It's a lucky 7th corner. And it's been taken short. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Gnabry. Nicely weighted ball. He won't be happy with that one. Out to the right. Gnabry. Played in deep. Chance! They've done it! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 13, David Beckham.
It's become a case of men against boys. Ronaldinho. Oh, super ball. Tries a shot! And it's in! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
They're still trying to make a game of this.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that has not gone well.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Eto'o. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Look at the space here. Maldini. And it's Lahm. That's Beckham. Aimed beyond the defence. Gnabry is wide and looking to get onto this. Lahm. And they can counter here. Rijkaard. And this is Ronaldinho. Thuram can get it clear. Shot, decent chance! No mistake! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Manchester United playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Aldair. Rijkaard. And it's Azar. Lam. Oh, that is a nice touch. Great ball, and he's in here. Referee has just said play on. And here's Ronaldinho. Hernes. That's a good ball out wide. Ronaldinho. Lam. Looking to play him in. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He was under real pressure there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, played right into his path. Oh, that's fabulous. Davids deals with that comfortably. Hernes. Milan do have a chance to counter here. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
It's a really well-measured ball. Beckham, out towards the flank. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. There's no flag. That's good defending, very good defending. Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
There will be 3
Well, that
minutes
defending
added
is
time.
unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Baggio. And the number on the board is 3. Beckham.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that is as far as it goes. Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot.
Can he finish? It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat.
Rummenigge! Oh, taken with style. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is super.
Tries a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Nicely spread. Eto'o. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Chance for a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Rijkaard. Beckham. Can he get on the end of this? He's picked his way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Van Dijk. It's Pele! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Hoisted in. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Ball is over the line. And here's Gnabry. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Eto'o is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Pele. Pele. Beckham. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Lahm delivers. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And again they hit the front. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Milan take the lead. Oh, good spread. Roberto Baggio. Beckham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lam. Plays a sharp little ball here. Gnabry providing an outlet on that flank. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Rijkaard. He might be in here! To Nielsen. And the shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? And this is... Goes for a shot! And it's Ronaldinho. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Gnabry. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Barcelona.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting defender, Jim.
Yeah, and that unbreakable spirit is what makes him so special, Peter. He just plays without fear, determined to win at all costs.
Every team needs one of him, doesn't it?
Well, if you want to be successful, it's essential.
Rijkaard. He's in a great position here. Iniesta. It's a searching pass. And that's been slipped through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Thuram. Messi. Maldini producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Nicely aimed pass. Suarez gets flagged offside. Pelé. A probing pass. Eto'o could try cutting inside here. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And it's Messi. That pass has been well intercepted. Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Milan! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Milan have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Romario showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Messi. And it's Eto'o. Can he get on the end of this? Nesta spots it and intercepts.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Spread out to the left. Pelé. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Maldini. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Substitution for Milan, number 17, Pelé.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Forwards and with intent. Threads one in. Spread neatly. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution for Milan, number 6.
Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
On the field is
And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's Luis Suarez! There's the shot! Oh, taken with style. Barcelona are back in business. Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Maldini does really well to win the ball there. And this is Bale.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Gattuso gets good distance on it. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Bale. Bale. Big header! And that could come back to haunt them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment. Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Passing is Luis Suarez!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's from Mario.
Minutes has been indicated.
Maldini, the man synonymous with solidity. That's that, the end. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
Security stop.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good as his hands.
Ambrosini. Now, can they get him away? And this is Messi. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Milan looking to pass their way through, and he was quick to react. He's having a shot, and he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Kukçu is... Shot, surely! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Messi wins the duel this time. This is Pele. Ambrosini. Kokchu. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, that's an excellent interception. And they can counter here. Played into space. And this is Son Heung-min. And he's managed to get free. And he's there to retrieve it. He's found a way through. And Romario! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Romario clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And he's had it nicked away. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Jorginho is the team's great visionary. He's gone for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Son Heung-min actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Milan are looking to go forward now. Looking to play him in. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's Luis Suarez! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Milan really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution for Milan, number 25, Beckham.
That gets things going for the second half.
Number 26.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Aimed beyond the defence. Pele. Oh, that's superb. Shoots! Sticks it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Just about up to the hour now. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Davids, not the most accurate pass. Now it's Luis Suarez. That is good strength. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Messi. And it's Messi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now that's well seen too. Forward it goes. Kirkchu. Del Piero. Ambrosini. Del Piero is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Rijkaard. And it's Jorginho. Now he's got space here. Pele. Picked and a shot! Off the post! Now it's Son Heung-min. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really...
It's Son Heung-min! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Substitution for Milan, number 7.
So,
Romario.
time for changes
Number
on both
13,
sides, actually.
Del Piero. Number 15, Messi. Number
Oh, that's a key
17,
interception.
Pele.
Great vision.
Coming on the
Maldini
field,
cuts it out.
Number 10.
Still
Diego.
anyone's game, this.
Number
One
6,
moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it.
Great chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Lahm puts his foot on the gas. Hangs in a... There's the header! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That's an imaginative pass. Can he latch on to this? Messi. And that's that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, his job is all about supply. It's all about end product. He's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Cruyff. Ah, such a clever touch. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cruyff picks it up out wide. Chance! Good strike, quite an alarm. Rijkaard cuts out the pass, and it's Messi. He's having a go! They want to be quick to recover this. And the shot! Just off target.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
He's beaten the last man. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff.
That was lovely, that.
He's got away. And he whips it. It's a mighty effort. Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Yamal! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Barcelona grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
1 minute added time.
And he's there to get it away. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
As it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Substitution for Milan, number 10, Didier Drogba.
So once again, we're underway.
Number 7, Romario.
Well, Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Beckham. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And Romario! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he thumps it clear. Lam. And that's put paid to a promising move. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked.
Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And in that moment, he has his 50th goal. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution for Milan. Number 25, Beckham.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Johan Cruyff.
Milan go into the lead
Number 26.
into the last quarter of an hour.
Number 22.
Thuram.
Substitution in progress.
For Lam. Nesta. Looking for the run. Messi has it in a wide position. Played in deep. Costa Curta clears it away.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That's good running with the ball.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. And he's managed to get free. Lam, up he goes! It's there! And this is getting better and better. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Great chance! Brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? That is a duck! And that's it. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Pele voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction with this win. It was a solid game plan that